Good day, everybody. My name is Filbert Ubanos. I am joined by my group mates Hans Arnaldo, Jiro Abulog, Bogan David, and Malaysia Vinyas. We are a group of students from Philippine Science High School main campus. And we are here to give our insights and experiences during our community immersion project at the Ducks or the sa Patos Shoe Bazaar. So, to give a background on our little project, we noticed that the Marikina shoe industry was experiencing problems, mainly due to the pandemic. As you know, shoes are more personal. You have to try them on, look in the mirror to see if they fit your style. And you can't really have that during the pandemic. One of the key changes in our market was the transition from physical to online selling. And we noticed that the Marikina shoe industry having a much higher age range in terms of the number of people within it. Were not really acclimatized to what was needed in that market, which led to them experiencing some issues. So we contacted the Marikina Shoe Industry Development Office, which is a government office in Marikina which aims to revitalize or protect the Marikina shoe industry. We talked to one of their key external partners, Mr. Noel Binzabox, and we more or less agreed that one of the key issues was online selling and trying to get their name known because Marikina City was known to be the shoe capital of the Philippines. But due to how the online market worked and due to how we focused more on online selling, the market was oversaturated with many different foreign competitors, leaving the Marikina industry to dust. So our project mainly aimed to kind of kickstart, uh, talk about how the Marikina shoe industry operates through a shoe bazaar within our school. So we made some social media templates, we made some posts in order to bring some knowledge and bring some or talk about the industry. We sold our products from a shoe and leather store in Marikina for about 3 days, and that was basically our project. So we have a few things we want to discuss. We have a few things that we need to reflect on those experiences. So we're gonna start with Meliza. So for you, Meliza, what were your experiences like when we held this bazaar? Was it hard? How did the whole activity affect you? What was it like immersing yourself in the community? Because I'm pretty sure that we were not really part of the Marikina shoe industry. We were not part of the shoemakers who worked tireless nights working on shoes and working on bags and other products. So, how was that whole experience for you?
Okay, so originally, since we planned to conduct a seminar and then a bazaar, but due to unforeseen scheduling conflicts, we weren't able to proceed with that plan. Now, with the bazaar, a lot of work went into eventualizing it. It felt exciting, but also a bit daunting, coordinating with industry personnel who have been in the business for a long time. Oh, I remember or recall on the first day we've had some issues with managing the consumers or the clients at school, given that there's only five of us. But we were able to alleviate those the following days up until the last Friday of selling. And I think the whole activity made me sympathize with the state of the local industries in the Philippines, more so in their struggle to recover after the whole pandemic, especially in the shoe industry of Marikina. And it overall made me appreciate the great deal of work that goes into those shoe products, from the designing of the actual silhouettes, crafting the shoes, marketing those products, shipping to the retailers, negotiating with the business owners, and so much more. And immersing myself in the community, speaking as a Filipino and someone who used to frequent Marikina as a child, it of course felt familiar. However, I do recognize that before the immersion, I've only had a superficial understanding of the industry itself, which I could say definitely improved after the whole immersion. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Meliza. I'm pretty sure that once you get to immerse yourself in the community, it's how you kind of feel for what they're going through. And yeah, we're all thankful that we were able to experience that. So let's go to Hans. Now, we really thought that this activity was really important for us. But more specifically, what is the importance of these kinds of community immersion products as a member outside and inside the community? How do these projects relate to your identity as a student, maybe a family member, or even a Filipino?
Yeah, like I think these projects are really important, right? Like it helps a lot of people, like because not only does it contribute to the promotion and like preservation of this this specific local industry, but like it also provides lots of opportunities, right? Like for the community members to actively participate in growth and development of their own community. So, like, as someone who participated in this project, like, it was really a valuable learning experience that allowed me to appreciate the hard work and, like, dedication of these local manufacturers as I see it, like, personally, right? So, yeah, as a student, like, being involved in these kinds of projects that promote these kinds of local businesses and industries can, like, help me develop a sense of responsibility towards these kinds of communities, right? Like, it also somehow instilled a sense of pride as we work towards the betterment of this specific community, right? So these projects also allowed me, or probably like all of us, to learn about the challenges and opportunities that these current local businesses face, specifically those in Marikina. So yeah, overall, as students, I think it helped us more to become more informed and engaged members of society, right? So overall, like as a Filipino, that I think participating in projects such as these also help promote the development of our local industries because it like somehow reinforces our national identity and values because as we prioritize these local products, we also highlight the importance of promoting it inherently and the industries and businesses alongside it, which can also contribute to the growth and development of our country as a whole. So yeah, overall, I think that these projects really can really help promote these businesses and industry and can positively impact like both the individual and the community as we can cultivate also a sense of like responsibility, pride, and nationalism to our country as a whole. Yeah.
Of course, so it's all about helping our communities and learning that these are really part of our communities and we need to really help them. They're part of a wider community within our own communities. So, kind of understanding that will help us, I guess, bring us all together. So, great. Let's go to our next question with Jiro. So, let's go back to the Marikina shoe industry as a whole. So let's go back to what we aimed to achieve when we started the project, what it is now, and in the end of all that happened, what was the real impact of our project on the members of the Marikina shoe industry, and what more can we do moving forward, and what more can it affect how we treat the industry as a whole? So let's go to Jiro for that answer.
Well, our original aim really was just to talk to the shoemakers themselves, like figure out their problems and see if the reports of income decline were true because that's what we read in the news. Well, so when we talked to them, we gained lots of appreciation for their industry, their business, their work ethic, and we gained lots of appreciation for their work and the quality of their products. And when they told us about how hard the pandemic was, that was basically the impact for us was our appreciation for their place for their businesses. But as for them, we tailored our work plan to their desires because again we aimed to help them. So we figured after learning about their struggles, empathizing with them and really getting to know them, that helping them sell their products was the best way to help, hence our bazaar. And I think that our selling not only helped their community in terms of, well, obviously selling their products and giving them profits, but also it spread their reach to another community, our own community, the Bisay community. And what we saw when we sold their products was that, well, people outside Marikina I guess people from Pisay, which is in Quezon City, far away, they could even appreciate the work that goes into their businesses. So I think the biggest impact of our project and what we're really most proud of is that we promoted their businesses. We promoted Marikina as a whole. So if you want to help, as for what else we can do, well, I think the biggest thing that they would appreciate as businessmen is just to give them and other local industries a chance. So I'm not saying just buy from them because they're local, but to see that local products could be of even better quality and even better bang for your buck. So our message to other people is to buy local. And if you want to buy shoes or other leather products, well, then maybe Marikina could be right for you if you want good quality and good prices. Because what we saw when we bought from them was that their products were really good. People all over Pisay appreciated them, and we saw that they were really passionate about their businesses when we worked with them. So yeah.
But yeah, hopefully that since we work with Marikina and moving that towards Quezon City, hopefully in the future they can expand their reach, maybe go to Las Piñas or some other far off um, regions in the Philippines in order to to instill a sense of pride in Marikina City's products. As I said earlier, the main issue for Marikina City's shoe industry is that travel is really important for people to go to Marikina City and get their products. We can't really do that now because of the pandemic and the threat of COVID. But moving forward, I think that we see this project really being applicable to other regions and maybe even other cultures. So let's go to the next question. So Mo, uh, looking back at this project again, how will you apply what you've learned about the Marikina shoe industry to your future projects? Will these skills help you as you continue your service to your own communities or to other communities in the future? What are your thoughts, Mo?
Well, honestly, one of the most interesting things I learned about the community was the fact that most of the people there, the business owners, were rather, hesitant with adopting online selling as a means of supplementing business. And it just goes to show how, being up to date with the latest technology can really help either support or improve your business if you know how to use them. And being left behind in this regard can be really detrimental to how a community or a business can survive in the future. So, with regard to that, um, I think on a more personal level, I think it's also really important to be up to date with whatever's happening around you and with the new technology that might come around because, as you can see, the world we live in is a very fast paced world. And so, if you don't stay up to date with what's happening, well, then maybe you're not getting the best out of what is there for, everyone to use. And so, if ever I do plan to help other communities in the future, I guess one thing I can turn to would be, what current technologies there are that I might have at my disposal and is being underutilized by that community, because that might come in handy for them. And, as although we take it for granted, most of the technology we use nowadays wasn't really there back in the day, and really just came really soon, really fast. So, yeah.
All right, thank you. Thank you for all your answers. But you really need to understand that, as we said earlier, we are part of the Philippine Science High School system. And as we all know, it is known for its motto, truth, excellence, and service. So it's really important that through this community immersion project, we are able to apply what we learned and we apply these core values to our project. So let's start with truth. Truth is more on understanding the needs of the community that we're talking to. Uh, in our methodology, we made sure that we were talking to people who are really part of the Marikina shoe industry, people who are really passionate about trying to improve the state of the shoemakers within that community. That is why we worked with Mr. Buck. That is why we worked with two specific businesses who are relatively small, but really had much potential because you're really uh, more interested in online selling. You're interested in trying to expand the reach and learning more about online selling using Facebook or TikTok in order to market their products. And uh, really, we needed to notice that helping this community was really important, and knowing what the best course of action to be done was. That was for us the seminar, but we realized that through the unforeseen consequences, as said by Melissa, we had to shift our focus towards the bazaar only, and making sure that everything we were doing was truthful, making sure that everything we were doing in the bazaar was proper, making sure that we were ensuring that all of the products were sold at the right price, making sure that our balances were kept, and making sure that everyone left the bazaar with a sense of longing or a sense of wonder at how amazing and how cultural the Marikina shoe industry is, how important it is for our community. That is what we envision excellence as. And you can probably see that this whole project helping the community, giving back to what we learned, because we noticed that this whole project was a culmination of everything we've learned in social science 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Learning about one, the history of our community, that's social science 1 to 3. Learning about uh, what rules and regulations needed to be done in order to implement the project, trying to make sure that everything we were doing was correct, trying to make sure that everything we were doing was feasible. I guess we can relate that to social science 4. And learning more about the market, how we can market our products, and how we can sell our products through supply and demand. That's mostly in economics, social science 5. We're trying to bring all of what we learned in social science in order in one project for social science 6, and serving the people, serving this community, and serving others, trying to make a project that can be feasible for other communities, trying to make a project that is feasible for future iterations of this project. I think that that is the backbone of what service is. We're trying to create a structure in order for this industry to thrive in the future without our help. We're trying to make sure that this industry knows what needs to be done. We're trying to inform them, we're trying to educate them. And that's all we can do right now as students. We're trying to serve the people, and hopefully that in the future, uh, future projects can learn from this shoe bazaar, maybe implement some of the things that we weren't able to implement, and overall help the community enter. So I guess that's all we have to say for this project. Uh, Thank you for listening, and goodbye.